Hello, and welcome to Old Man Energy. I'm your host, Flint Anderson, and this is episode 52. It has been 1 year since we started, and it's been a crazy year. We've had all kinds of stuff, a bunch of different, varied guests. We've talked about a myriad of different topics. We've pissed some people off. We've had some fun. We've made some people happy. But overall, we've made a difference, and I appreciate you guys tuning in and still being here with me, and those of you that have found us recently. I hope you're enjoying yourself. Go back and hear some of those older episodes. I want to hear from you guys. I want to know what it is that you would like to see and hear more of, what you guys have enjoyed, and what a difference it's made. Gotten a ton of feedback from you guys, taking some of the advice and some of the stuff that we've talked about and the guests have talked about over the last year and implemented it, made it your own, and gone out there and done some stuff with it. We've had some people that have improved their lives, and I don't know, I've had some haters show up, and I don't know if they improved their lives or not, but maybe they had some fun poking at us and making fun of us. I don't know. It's I had a couple of guys on TikTok do that. I had a couple of folks show up here on YouTube. But either way, attention is what it is, and that's what drives this train. This is obviously close, near and dear to my heart. Attention is what drives this particular program and what keeps it going. We don't do any advertising in here other than talking about my programs and what we're doing. Try and just give you guys the tools that you need to have a better life. And while I'm not anywhere near to being out of subject matter, I really want to try over this next year and give you guys more of what it is you're looking for. So if there's something you want to listen to me talk about, you want to hear Des and I talk about, you want to know more about, or you're just curious what our opinions are, man, jump on here and let me know. This is a great time to have conversations, to get on here and just learn from each other. I can learn as much from you guys as what I've got to teach you. Um, Given the environment today coming up on the elections, I know the debate was last night. We've had a ton of just social media influx of he said, she said, this, that. Go back and listen to some of the episodes where I talk about getting along with each other. But don't forget, getting along with each other doesn't mean you have to agree with each other. Just read a quote right before I got on here this morning. Quote said that if somebody says it's raining outside and somebody says it's dry, it's not your job to repeat both sides and try and figure out who's right. It's your job to look out the window and figure out who's right. Just because somebody disagrees with us doesn't mean we have to hate them, but it also doesn't mean that we have to change our opinion because theirs is different than ours, nor should we expect them to. Now, that might happen if you can articulate your position and you can explain why you feel differently. Well, that's a good thing, and you may influence somebody else. Oh, I never looked at it that way. Maybe I need to revisit this, whatever it happens to be. That's what this is really about. It's just about giving you guys some of the tools that I've learned over the years, sharing some of my mistakes that I've had over the years, and bringing in some experts that have influenced or helped in different areas of my life over the years, and hoping to share that with you guys. So long term, you have a database and a reference to come back. Whenever somebody asks me, what is the Old Man Energy podcast about? I tell them it's my legacy. This started out as I wanted to share my story. I wanted to leave some wisdom behind for my family, for my children, my grandchildren. And I really still feel that way. And we live in a very unique time. This is the only time in history that you can personally, without assistance from outside, just with a camera, a recording device, leave information behind for generations to come. We've never had that. I want you to think about it. You probably maybe know your great grandfather's name, but you don't know much about him. You may know what he looks like from a picture, but you don't know much about him. Now, if you start recording, you start putting your thoughts down, you start talking to your future generations, your great great grandchildren can know who you are and listen to you talk on a regular basis and listen to you teach. And that's one of the most powerful things that can be leveraged for you and for your family to be able to leave a legacy. Now, that comes with a caveat because that means you probably should be living a legacy worth leaving. You want to leave some information behind. You don't want to leave the fact that you were a POS and lazy and didn't take care of yourself and drank too much and whatever your vices happen to be. You don't want that going down to your future generations because trust me, they will know that piece of it. That's all that will last if you don't do something more. So think about that. Think about the power you have in your hands with your telephone and your recording, and social media may or may not be there, but you can create your own database, create it on a hard drive, create it in the cloud. It doesn't really matter, and leave behind a legacy of whatever you want to leave behind. And as you're growing and as you're learning from these different people, take these pieces of the podcast that resonate with you, take the pieces of the podcast that resonate with somebody that you know or somebody in your family, share it with them, and bring all that together. And it makes you uniquely you. If you're looking for more engagement, then shoot us a message. Go to my link tree, which is going to be linked below in this, and click on the oldmanenergy.com or the school games, and you're going to find that I'm starting a group where you can interact daily. You can not only have access to these recordings, but other recordings that I've done, and bring yourself together with other like minded people. We're going to be launching this within the next 30 days. There's some pre registrations out there. There's going to be some promotions running. But ultimately, I want to give you guys a different way to interact other than just sitting here listening every week. This is going to be not specifically business based. It's going to be life based in general. We're going to be talking about fitness. We're going to be talking about family. We're going to be talking about the struggles of faith, of mindset, of accountability, just everything it takes to live a modern life. I'm going to be revisiting some of the topics that I covered in my first book, The Manual, What Every Guy's Dad Should Have Taught Him, and giving you guys a chance to become friends with each other and associate with like-minded people. Because I don't know about you, but that's one of my biggest challenges is out there in the quote unquote real world, it's hard to find and make true, genuine connections with people. And that's really what we need. That's where we need to be able to stay on track. And not even so much accountability, when while that's important, just the fact that there's other people out there that know us, that care about us, and that are struggling and working through things beside us. We don't want to think that we're the only person on the planet that's having these issues. And sometimes we don't even need their help. We just need to know that there's other people out there that are struggling as well. It makes it a little easier for us to take that next step. That's what this is designed to do. So check out that link below. As always, follow me on social media. Thank you guys for a year of interactivity and sharing. And please continue to tune in, like, subscribe, and make sure that you ring that bell so that you get notified. I got some bonus episodes. Some I just put down. We're going to be uploading here to give you guys some additional tools you need as you go through this crazy path that we call life. Thank you again, guys. Love y'all. Peace.